Hello everyone, I am Dheeraj. People often tell me that I'm very cynical. Unfortunately, I remembered that after I wrote this piece. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of the things that annoy me the most about public speakers. Yeah? Yeah? Come on! That was number one on the list. Now that we have that out of the way, good evening. I said, good evening. Come on, is that all you got? We've all run into people who do that. Our own professors do it every day in class. Midway, he realizes that people are not attentive in his class, so he says, are you with me? You back there, are you with me? Yes, I'm with you, go on. It's his job to make the speech interesting. Apart from nagging you to do something you don't want to, he's blaming you for not being excited about something as stupid as his initial greeting. I mean, does the pizza guy come up to you and say, I'm sorry, sir, the pizza boxes are empty. The pizza needs to come from inside you. Does he go on to complain about how you're not excited at all about the pizza that he didn't bring? Acrostics, on the other hand, are a fun way of getting the audience excited. And when I say excited, I mean bored to shit. Acrostics were a great idea once, but like all other things, they stopped making sense once people started overusing them. Like, for example, back in school, we had this amazing awareness program called Think Smart. SMART, S for stay off drugs. M for make good choices. A for alcohol, don't have any. R for remember to drive safe. T for the exercise, you should do it. See how it's so pointlessly contrived? I mean, all that crap I just said translates to, dear high school students, please drive safe and stay off drugs and alcohol. Now it's easy to bore an audience, but it takes some real effort to make them hate you. What do you think? Should high school kids stay off alcohol? Of course, it's obvious, but no. Speakers have to ask you all these no-brainers. Do you know all of the numbers between 1 and 1,000? Which one of you has ever owned a computer? And sometimes, they have to phrase it like it's a question of the century. Should we? Or should we not? Kick a homeless guy in the nuts and leave us out to rot. You know the answer. But let's say you're a good audience. The speaker's so pathetic you want to give him a hand. You get up and say, no, of course not. We must help homeless people. Punish those who do that. And what do you get? Very well done, spot on, that's exactly the point I'm trying to make. You get treated like a trained monkey. And speaking of monkey training, some speakers don't have much to talk about. What do? They try to keep the audience attentive with card tricks or puppets or musical performances. I admit it's a little entertaining at times, but here's an obvious question. How often is one good at both public speaking and knife throwing? Never! This means it's not like the stunts are beautifully integrated into the presentation. They're like commercial breaks that just end up making the presentation even longer. If you want to talk about animal welfare, just do so. Show some cute pictures of little animals. That'll make me stop eating chicken. But the little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we will not harm animals. That doesn't really help. That's just gonna make us remember that you were a dumb speaker. Also, I can't believe I just said that. Now I am no pro speaker, so I checked online and apparently it's a good thing to probably end one's speech on a positive note. If you refuse to believe me, know that there will always be people who don't like you. It doesn't matter that the audience is disinterested. You're special in your own way. And it's not always about being the best. And as a famous someone once said, there is no such thing as failure. There are only results. What? Who is this guy? That's ridiculous. Thank you.